Let's go ahead and start this up. Shame we don't see you doing the dungeon stream. I was doing things. Bill, how dare you do things? Okay, am I sounding alright? Okay. Testing. Hello, welcome live. Okay, so this is the first time I ever done this live like this, but I think this could be a bit more interesting, showing off things, and we could talk about stuff going on. So as long as I'm pretty okay to heal, let's go ahead and get started. So, let's see, what's the first goodie? I haven't gotten a Nebo in a long time. It has a lot of dust on the top. So it's obviously been sitting on the Walmart shelf for a while, but Walmart had Luigi for $6. So I'm always a ham for the underweighted, so I was like, sure, why not? Add Luigi to my... You know, it's funny, when the Nebos first started, I didn't have any real plans of ever really getting them. Shulk... Let's see, Shulk should be right there. Shulk is the only one I was initially interested in because I really liked the Xenoblade Chronicles. I really liked it a lot. So I really wanted that one. But pretty much overall, all the Nebos have gone over the years of I gone on discounts and really cheap. So I never really paid much for them, like a lot of people. I mean, were they between $12 to $15 depending on them? Like, the Breath of the Wild ones, I believe, are like $15-ish, ain't they? So, I'm not sure why that's up there. Anyway, moving on. A few things I got from Aaron. First thing I got from Aaron here. Where is it? Where'd it go? Uh-oh. I don't got here. Did I still have it up there? Oh no, Bill! Why? Why are you doing this to me, Bill? How could you do this to me? How could you? I can't believe you're doing this to me. Also, actually, now that I think about it, I don't remember if I showed this off either, actually. I don't really actually remember. I'm pretty sure I showed off getting the Star Trek at Goodwill, I believe, didn't I? But I did actually get my hands on a copy of Job Simulator. I'm pretty sure I did not show that last time. I got it for $27, pretty good deal. Considering how freaking overpriced it is on eBay, it's ridiculous. And Aaron got me Monster Hunter World for my birthday, which was on April 8th. And along with that, he got money out of me. Apparently, a family member of his passed away. I can't remember... I think it was like his grandma or grandpa or something. But apparently they had all kinds of freaking anime and stuff. So they're trying to sell some of it for some money. So I got one of the, assuming, newer Pokemon manga books. I didn't even know this had an animation, but the complete Xeno Saga animation, I didn't even know that was a thing. This crossover of Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonists that I didn't know existed either. I think I had this, but it was just $2, so it was the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie. Now, this is considered like a legend in the anime world. I've never actually seen it. I'm not usually a big sci-fi person, but I was like, $2, why not? Now, something I was excited about getting was Kingsfield for the PS2. I do not have this one. I need the Japanese one. Well, basically, the Japanese Kingsfield games are the only ones I don't have, I think, now. Yeah, I think it was his grandma and grandpa, but I can't remember. It was one of his relatives. Ooh, Carter, conformed Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. I like the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though the dub was pretty cringy memes, but, I didn't really particularly get into any Yu-Gi-Oh! Things outside the original Kaiba Boy. Very good memes, though. Let's see. Then, if you're not aware, PlayAsia has been doing a long line of exclusives, and the newest one was this Defendo game. It's single player. I think I checked out the gameplay. I have the actual game outside its case. Let's see. It looks like it's just a space shooter, but it looked interesting when I checked out the video. It's time to duel, Carter. It's time to do. Yeah, the later seasons got too complex for me. Well, when it got to motorcycles and cards, it kind of got more ridiculous, if anything. Today, I'm gonna show some of these other ones here a little later, but video game wise, what I got from Goodwill literally today, when I went to go do some chores after the failed starting of Persona 5, which we'll do some after this, but they had the Sly Cooper collection for the PS3, perfect mint condition, has its booklet and everything, for $3. I'm not a big platforming person. I never played any of them, but the first one, Aaron lent me the PS2 version of the first one time. I think I got to like some dog mafioso gang area or something. I think that's like the second area. It's some gang area of dogs, I believe. It's like the second area, I think. I'm not a big platformer person, but I figured I'd give it another go. I've been dwelling into other things lately, these later years from the PS2 era, so maybe I'll give Sly Cooper a chance. Don't Starve, something I pre-ordered for like ages ago, like 5 millennia ago. I heard that season is actually really good. The motorcycle one, I haven't seen it, so I can't say for sure, though. Oh, really? Well, to be honest, I haven't watched it. I'll be honest about that. But it just sounded ridiculous. Motorcycles in a card game. I'm just like, yeah. And that one with, where is it? I don't remember his name. The one in the red jacket. Like, I thought the blonde chick in Yugi's anime was ridiculous fan service. The chick in the red coat guy's fucking series is way more fan servicey. Oh, that's the game Dan played co-op with his wife. Don't Starve and yeah. I'm gonna see with Dan if maybe, and you can actually split screen and play online still. I got to play with Dan and his wife on split screen. You can play up to 6 people. But yes, Don't Starve. This is all the DLC and everything, and it is way different from when I played the PC version when it first launched. And it actually comes with a skin for your controller, which really looks nice. It feels very nice. But I would imagine after, usage, it's just going to rub off. So I'm probably not going to use it. But it does look very nice. So if you're into that kind of thing, you can get the physical version. It's a bonus with the physical version. But it plays really nice. It's kind of odd when you first play it. But once you get used to how the controls work, it works pretty good on console, actually. Still, it is more quicker, obviously, with a mouse. That's obviously much quicker, but to be honest, I'm kind of surprised how not too bad it works on the console. You just gotta get used to it. That's a guy. So have I finally turned you over to the dark side of What? No. I said the chick who's in his series, the Red Coat Guys series, is fan service. I did not say he was a chick. I said the chick in his anime. Like, she is like dumb blonde fan service. But to be fair, I always saw her like in 2 episodes. Anything after the original series I didn't really watch. So limited one stuff I got. Wyvern's Saga, which is supposed to be a kind of spiritual sequel of that other RPG that this company did. I can't remember what it was. I actually showed it off on a stream a little. It was pretty plain. This actually has 3D battles in it, though, so this is kind of a step up over that game. No. I'm saying I can't remember what the subtitle to it was. GX... whatever it was, I don't even remember. I honestly don't remember. And the other limited one game I hear got Monochroma Slay of the Dance Floor, and I don't know anything about this game. It actually has some weight to it, so I think it actually came with a booklet. Some of these limited one releases have been coming with booklets. It has a very colorful cover. It doesn't have anything on the back. I don't know anything about this game, and it says it's up to 2 players, but the Slayer of the Dance Floor. That sounds like some old 80s movie or something, don't it? Don't. Just don't. Then, of course, everyone knows I did get Metal Gear Survive for $12. I know some people, well, pretty much all of you judging me for it, especially Pixie. Pixie is going to judge me really harshly. I like the survival aspect. I keep saying it. I don't get how it's going to be even remotely good as a Metal Gear game in the storyline. Like, I think the system works really well. I just don't. Too much. That's what people in the cheap-ass Gamer tweet will say. It's like, still too much. Maybe when they pay me to play it. It's like, I don't know. I think that's a pretty decent deal. But I do hate the fact that it's online only, even for the single-player story. I hate that. That's one of the reasons I didn't buy it brand new when it first came out. If it wasn't for that, I would have actually probably bit the bullet because I liked the concept, just not the setting. Didn't like the setting, but I liked the concept. A Play Asia game I got. This isn't an exclusive, but this is an Asian version with English. Girls in the Panzer Dream Tank March. I don't know anything about this game. But if you know anything about limited Asian English releases, they usually sell out fast and they usually become rare. Usually, not always. It kind of depends on who it is. I don't know anything about this game. I was just buying one of the exclusives. Lately, every time they keep having the exclusive, basically gives me an excuse to pick some of the weird shit that I have on my wish list or waiting list or whatever the hell it's called, Play Asia. So that was one of the things I grabbed with it. That's an awesome combo. Yeah, you know, now that I think about it, Carter probably would be into tanks. He does like airplanes, so he'd probably be a tank person too. And it says has the maximum of 10 players battling online on here. So 2 original story modes, replicating famous scenes from the movie, and also allowing the player to take the role of each school and compete against each other for luxurious rewards. What is this? The tank version of the Ninja Booby game? It's like, hey, what if we took that instead made it a school of tank drivers instead of ninjas? It'll make millions. Maybe, I don't know. This VR game's also being heavily scalped. The Robinson's The Journey VR. I don't know if this has anything to do with the Robinson movie. Each time you're going to ask what I should play next, I'll vote for this. I've not that hard game. Hard game? I'm not sure. Gets me curious. I don't know what it looks like. I think I got it for like $30, so I didn't pay a whole lot to it. Anyway, I have no idea if this has anything to do with the Robinson movie. This is a VR game. This is going for about $80 on eBay the last time I looked up. So I got lucky and GameStop actually had a copy. So I'm an elite, so I got it for the $31 price. And this is the first time I ever bought one of these that has this giant black sticker. Now, Aaron thinks that it's supposed to be covering up a different store's price tag. I have no idea. Actually, I know a way I could look. Maybe I could check. See what's the other side. Yes, there is indeed a sticker behind it. Stupid though. Why didn't not just peel it off, lazy fuckers? Make me have to do more work. But yeah, I'm happy to get that. Job similar in that, or being scalped like fucking stupid on eBay. I don't really see a lot of people buying them. I think it's going to eventually collapse and the price will go down. But I am happy I got them for reasonable prices that ain't ridiculous. I mean, I can't imagine paying $90+ for Job Simulator. That's insane. It's like fucking $19 digitally. If I really, really, really wanted to play it, that's what I would just do. So I'm happy I did get a physical version for a reasonable price. Let's see. No limited one game. This is called Factorum 90. I've never heard of this, and I don't know why it doesn't say Factorum on the front, but it says it on the spine. I have no idea what kind of game this is either. Looking at the screenshots, it looks like a really bizarre... I don't even... It looks like you're controlling a little robot with 2 screens and kind of some kind of HUD that looks like StarCraft on the bottom. I don't even know how to describe it. It looks like it might be interesting, though. I've never heard of it. Maybe, and it also feels kind of weighty, so it might also have a book. Now, here's something I have played. This is a limited one, and I really debated buying this, because I do have the PC version. To be honest, I don't really consider the physical version very worth it, because it's very short and everything. This is called Home, or if you want to be more specific, Home, a unique horror adventure. I would call this like a... Yes, I know, Bill. That's the single life. That's what it's like being single. But this is a really cheap game to buy digitally. You can get DRM free on PC, and it's the collector in me. I was just like, yeah, it's physical, yeah. But I mean, it's not like a terrible game. I mean, it's like $5.99 max digitally. So I can't remember how. I think they did like 15 or 19 for this. Very overpriced, but I don't know. The guy who made it's really nice in Twitter though, so I'm not trying to shit on him or anything. It's just once you do the whole game, it's just kind of the first time you play it is kind of interesting because you don't know anything about it. But let me show this off. So Sega CD Universe gave me a bit of a gift. This is a Wonder Swan crystal. I have a Wonder Swan color, which is the equivalent of the Game Boy color. There was a original Swan, the color, and the crystal. The crystal is the equivalent of a Game Boy Advance, basically. But it's designed the same way, where you can hold it up and down with the buttons, or hold it sideways like a Game Boy Advance. Me and Carter are married, so we can't afford all this with the kids on the way. Does Lumina know, Carter? Do I need to let Lumina know about this? Her grandma's going to be really sad after she was just singing that song on your live stream, you know. But I also got some games with it. I got a One Piece game that actually, I tried this one to make sure the system worked, because he wanted to make sure there was nothing wrong with it. It plays a lot like that Shonen Jump fighting game on the DS. So if you know anything about that, that's how that game works. And then a few other Wonder Swan games. Some of them have the cases and some of them don't. Let's see. I don't even remember all these. Let's see. We got a Bandai Namco game here. I have no idea what the game is. I'd have to pop it in. I don't read Japanese. I have no clue. I don't know what any of these are, but they came with it. I don't know if they're all crystals, colors, or here's Final Fantasy 2 for the Wonder Swan. For those who don't know, the first remakes of Final Fantasy 1, 2, and I believe 4 was also on there. I can't remember if they did one for 3. I don't think they did one for 3. I can't remember. But the first ones for 1 and 2 were on the Wonder Swan, and future remake things would be mainly based on those. So Final Fantasy 2, that might also be interesting to just kind of pop in and see what kind of things were different. Looks like one of those big crossover Gundam mech games, probably. I'm not 100. Does it have Namco on it? It was Bastio. Yeah, it probably is. I think they made some of those too. So I think that's one of those big crossover mech games that Japan always loves having so many. And what's this other one? Oh my goodness. I think this is Ultimate Muscle. the outline of the characters look like the ultimate muscle waist. Oh my goodness, I think this is the ultimate muscle. Fuck. The 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 fucking Fox Kids dub of Ultimate Muscle. Holy fuck. So many cringy meme shit just came back to me. I'm trying to remember how the American theme song went. I can't even remember. Oh my goodness, so much. Super Robot Wars. I have a few. I think the last Super Robot Wars game I got was for the Sega Saturn, I believe. I got when I went to one of those conventions. But I would like to thank Sega CD Universe for this. It's very nice. I've been wanting a crystal for a long time. Because I do know there are some games that only work on the crystal. They don't work on the original color. So that's very nice. I don't remember how the theme for Ultimate Muscle went. Oh my goodness. Oh. I think that was Ultimate Muscle Ultimate. I mean, but I don't know. I might have to YouTube that just for old memories. I remember the dub was so terrible. There was so many terrible memes made from that thing. It was like so bad. It's hilarious kind of shit. And it's kind of sad because the Muscle series is a very old franchise IP in Japan. Like, what's really funny is that they have these collectible little wrestler figures. Those actually came to America back when my parents were a kid and stuff, like their time period. That was something they actually had. And we never would have got anything else from the Muscle. I think Ultimate Muscle is the first time we ever got any of the anime here. So, it's a very bizarre thing. Very strange. But, another import I got with another one of PlayAsia's exclusive was my second import Switch game. Now, this game caught my interest because, and sadly, it doesn't have a booklet or anything interesting inside. This is a drum game. You use the two Joy-Cons. Let's show it up a little closer to that. You use the two Joy-Cons like drumsticks, and you got like different combos of how you wiggle them in between and that to create different music. It was a little hard to learn because it's all in Japanese. It's not a Asian version with English. It's all Japanese. I've never been able to find any of the muscles subbed, no matter how hard I looked. Really? That might be kind of interesting, seeing Ultimate Muscle subbed with the original English language. I don't... Ooh. Bless me. I don't even know what the Japanese voice actors even sound like, to be honest. So that's actually an interesting question. I'm sure it's still goofy, but I'm not sure if it's as over the top how Fox Kids did it. So, okay, so going into strange Konami waifu stuff. This was a game I'm kind of surprised that came to America. It's a Konami game that's supposed to be like a parody of the Gradius series. So, each of the female characters are supposed to be based off the different flying franchises, like Paradise, or, what's it called? Paradise, or Paradis, or, I'm trying to remember what they were called, damn it. Somebody will probably correct me on that. But, yeah, they're supposed to be different playstyles of different flying shooting games that Konami based is basically what each one's supposed to be based on. So, I got this new for $8 off Amazon because somebody actually pointed out to me that it's actually apparently becoming kind of hard to find, but there were still some copies floating around, so I was kind of like, I've been meaning to actually buy that for a long time, so I went and got it. I can find like 1-2 episodes, but not the whole thing. Totally team-worthy. Not sure. More waifu stuff. I got the PlayStation 3 version of Galgun. Now, for those who don't know, Calgun Double Piece is not the first Galgun game. The first Galgun game was made for the 360 with a, I believe it had a arcade gun thing, I believe it did. Or did it use, I don't remember if it had an arcade gun or if it just used the control. I don't really remember. But you can use the move controls on the PS3 version. And I think it has a few little added goodies. But if you like Galgun Double Piece or the now Galgun 2, the official actual sequel, might want to check this out. The price is starting to go up. I think I got it for $32. It's used, but it's in good condition. It has everything. The price is kind of going up. I got mine off an Amazon seller. On eBay, they're going for about $50+. So, if you have any interest in that, you might want to look into that. I've seen you play bullet hell games, so that would be fun watching you die over and over. Yes, I'm not very good at bullet hell games. I think there's only one that I was okay with, and I don't even remember what it was called. I know one of the hardest ones I played. And I call it the hardest because to get the true ending is hard, and I never got it. It's a pretty long series. Where do I have the box for that? I think it's somewhere over there. But, what was it called? Deathsmj. Now, Deathsmj has a lot of entries in Japan. We got one of the ones for the 360. I have no idea which number it is in Japan. But to get the true ending, you have to get to the fucking end, never dying, through the entire game. And if you do that, you'll get an extra boss who you have to kill to get the true ending. And that's just holy shit. And that is not easy. That's not easy at all. It is very, very fucking hard. But it was an okay game. If you like lowly type goals, that's Deathsmj's kind of autistic sense with its characters. So if you're into that, that's what you get. What was interesting about the American version, it came with a faceplate for the 360. So that was a bit interesting. Some kind of disappointing purchases, but I'm going to keep them. I'm going to get them buffed. One that has no cover art, and one that does. These were from, this is the second and third time I've ever ordered from Amazon's used section. Now, the first item was a PS4 game collector's edition, and I was actually satisfied with that one. It was in good condition, it had all its items. The box was a little beat up, but I mean, considering the price, it was like $15. Toho? Is that the thing with all the characters where different people make characters? Yeah, I think you're talking about Toho, where you got like the chick who's based off those big nose board things, and you got the wolf girl and all kinds of monster girls basically. But yeah, they have a bullet hell. That started as a bullet hell series and then branched out into all kinds of other shit. I have some of those, but that was actually, it was one of those entries for the PS4 limited edition thing that I got from Amazon. But they had a like 20% sale off of all the pre-owned stuff, so I saw some GameCube stuff I've been needing to get, so I took a gamble. Now, this does not have its booklet. It has the two cases and the two discs in the original artwork. And I'm very disappointed. The discs are in pretty bad shape. Like, I think they can be buffed fine, but I think that's poor customership, and it has a little damage on the cover on the top there. But I think that was pretty cool. I'm very sad that this didn't come with its original art, because this is something I tried to look for a long time. Eternal Darkness, which also the disc looks pretty bad. Not like bad as in I don't think it can be buffed out, just for I paid I think about $25-$30 for those, so the price tag doesn't meet the condition of the disc. Personally, if you're charging a decent price for something, it either needs to be extremely fucking well or in very good condition. I don't think there's a lot of characters in Toho, but I think there's any monster goals. You sure? Toho. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm thinking of here. Let me look here. I'm pretty sure Toho is what that. Maybe that ain't it. Let me look here. I think that's it though. Let's see. Yeah, Toho. The Toho project. Yep. Yeah, a lot of the goals are priestesses, different, like you have the one girl who's a Dala who can actually move her head. You have the wolf girl, the crow girl she's based on those Japanese creatures that are like crow-like creatures with really big noses. You got a lot of different, there's spirits, sprites, fairies. I played the Metroidvania game, The Witch. I mean, they're not necessarily all monster goals, but some of them are based off monsters, so it's kind of up and down there. So, I played the Metroidvania game. That was my first Toho game. Pretty hard game at first. I really actually enjoyed it. I beat it. I need to play some though. I got like 2 or 3 of the other Toho project games, so I want to play some more. The characters seemed fun. The Metroidvania game was a hilarious storyline though. I even went and got the true ending. It was funny. It was worth doing. That sounds like a whip-off of Eternal Darkness. Eternal? Wait, didn't I? Yeah, I said Eternal Darkness. Or are you talking about what? Wait, I'm confused. What's a whip-off of Eternal Darkness? That's a fan game, I think. Yeah, the Toho... What I understand, I don't know a whole lot about Toho. What I understand about Toho is the person who created them lets there be like some kind of creative freedom where people can make all kinds of stuff with the characters. It's a weird, very odd idea. Oh, the price. Oh, I get you. I get what you mean. The price sounds like a whip-off. Yeah, for a damaged, scratched disc, I think if it had its original cover and the disc was bell-shaped, I don't think it'd be that bad. But yes, I'm very disappointed with the price and the condition of the disc, so I'm kind of sad about this. Now here, more waifu shit. So, let people do whatever they want with it. Yeah, I don't think I'll really trust doing an Amazon pre-order thing unless it really has better information on it. It's pretty skeptical information about them and stuff, so, But anyway, another waifu-ish game. So this is called Gun Pixies. I have no idea if this has anything to do with Gun Gao. And apparently it came with this strange little paper code on the back as a code to have them in these school gym outfits. So I'm going to take that off temporarily here. But this is Gun Pixies. And this is a very strange fan service-y game. So you play these very small pixies. Like, imagine Mr. Mosquito, except your little cute fairy girls shooting goals with your guns versus drawing blood out of them like in Mr. Mosquito. This is a very strange fan service-y type game. I think I got for $39.99, I think. I think it was originally like $60 though, but I think it got a lot of bad reviews, so I think the price went down because of that. So you could say maybe a good deal, bad deal. I don't know. That's kind of up in the air. Up in the air when no one in there cares. So some of the other stuff I got from the Goodwill today, you might have kind of saw it a little bit. Awesome. The gameplay, of course. Well, to be honest, I saw some, Import Gaming Forever, Jim suggested some YouTube channels that cover Japanese games. One of them actually did a video on that, and it wasn't very positive. It was pretty negative. Card is getting a lot of games to add to his wish list. Hey, I can't I can't Photoshop this, by the way, Carter. Just FYI. But I heard that's not a very good game. But, you know, I don't always agree when somebody says it's a bad game. There's bad games I like, so that doesn't mean necessarily I'm going to hate it. But the jumping mechanic they hassled on about does look kind of clunky, so that looks like that might hold a bit. But anyway, so I got a bunch of manga today at the Goodwill, something I don't usually see very often. It doesn't usually show up too often, but when it does, usually there's quite a few books. Now, the biggest haul I ever got from Goodwill is a very old video, but I did a video where I just had this giant wall of books here. So, I don't know how far back that is, but it's long back. It was shitloads of manga, but we got a few things here. So, we got Dot Hack, Another Birth, Volume 2 Mutation. Now, I think this is a novel. I can obviously tell that. But I think these are novels that are based off the 4 PS2 games, I think. So this isn't that really of a big thing since I've played up the part 4 of those. So unless there's something unique in this, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. As far as I know, at least back when I used to read a lot of manga, I read all the Dot Hack novels besides these. I can, but I'll make it out to make you look good, so don't worry, Carter. Oh, you can Photoshop this, Bill? I might have to see that. You might have to show me your work there. Love Hina. Let's see, there was that? No, there was a second one. Dang it! Ooh, pardon me. Love Hina Volume 1 and 2. Which I think I have up to 12, I think, of these. I can't really remember. And a few random ones I've gotten from the Goodwill. But I'm pretty sure I got 1 and 2. So I might try to use these for like trade bait or something. This one's in good condition, but this one has a small whip on the cover. So besides that, it's in good condition. Nothing missing of that. So I might use those for trade bait. Mainly, I usually just pick up all manga I find, because usually it's either 50 cents or $1, depending on the cashier, because most people will be like, okay, comics, 50 cents, because Goodwill charges 50 cents for kid books, $1 for adult books. So I kind of had a mix. They charged all of them except for one as child. So I got, I think, $4.50 for all the books except one, and the one was $1. So, now something I didn't have is, I do have Volume 1 of the First Kingdom Hearts manga. This is the Chain of Memories manga. I didn't even know they continued that, but it's not really that surprising. So, I might check that out. I actually liked it, the Chain of Memories. Chain of Memories storyline. I liked it. It was basically where the story died for me. Was going into 2. I liked the gameplay of 2, but I thought the story started becoming too convoluted. So that one's a nice one. Let's see. I'm gonna share that one for last. One Piece Volume 1. I have all the early Shonen Jumps, so I have a good chunk of One Piece's comics. So it's a bit damaged on the cover outside, but the inside's all good. So I'll probably use that as trade bait, because I have probably up to like Volume 20 or something in Shonen Jump. And then let's see, we had 3 random Naruto, Volume 17, Volume 26, and Volume 27. And they're all in very good condition. I don't see any damage. And all the pages are very white. They don't have that yellowing effect that a lot of books over time. Let's see, when were these printed? Let's see. I don't see a year on the outside. Let's see. I don't see. It's still advertising Short Jump. So that was definitely still when the books were being made. So, and then, now sadly there was Volume 1 of this, but it looked like something pissed in it. So I was just like, nah, I'm not that desperate for trade bait. This one has a little few little bends, but it does not have the stains. Like, it was like very yellowish in the beginning and end, and very. I swear something pissed in it. So I didn't take it, and I washed my hands. I like, okay, can you hold these here for a second? I'm gonna go wash my hands. So I have pretty much all the dot hack stuff except for the novels based on the first 4 games. GU was one of the other things I didn't have, but now that we got the PS4 version, I have all the GU games. I have all the DVD stories too now. I have watched Twilight. I have the manga of Twilight. I have the novels, the side story novels. I've read those. So, and I have the Japanese PS2 game. I don't have Dot Hack Link on the PSP or that fighting game that's on the PS3, which I think also had a story DVD with it, I think. Legend of the Twilight's kind of a strange entry because it had a lot of cutesy, chibi, fan service-y kind of stuff in it. You know who I'm talking about, Carter. You dirty person. Anyway, this is interesting. It's a little bigger than normal manga books for comparison. See, it's just a tad bit bigger. And it also says explicit content in the corner. So they charged me $1 for this one. And it was published by Visa Media. But I've never heard of this. If you've heard of this, I'd love to hear your opinion on it. It does say 1 on it, so it's apparently a series. But the artwork looks pretty dark and gloomy. It's not very anime, that's for sure. It reminds me of a series I read back in the old days where people translated a lot of manga, because there wasn't a lot of people who actually published like nowadays. I can't really remember what it was called. It was about a guy who, I can't remember if he was descending or ascending, but he was either going really high. I think he was ascending some giant tower, but it's like almost completely mute. Like, there's like very little chatter. It's very artistic, and him having all these graphic fights, but there's so little dialogue in the series. It was a very odd manga, but the art style of this really reminds me of that. This book is also in excellent condition. I don't even see any yellowing, dents, or anything, so I don't know if these all came from the same person or not, but they're all in varying condition, but it's a very nice find. I'm always happy to find some more manga, because let's see, like this is $13 US, $17 Canada, and $9 UK. That sounds kind of cheap, but of course comparing it to the other prices then makes it sound expensive then. And let's see, see, this was $8. See, manga has had varying prices. $8. How much was Kingdom Hearts? Didn't have it. Didn't have price. But yeah, you know, you usually looked about $8 to $13 was pretty normal price for one manga. So, you know, it's very nice to get a whole bunch for 50 cents. Even $1 is a really good deal. So, can't really complain much about that. So, nice finds on the manga. I'd have to say some nice pickups. I'm definitely really, really happy to get Kingsfield, because that's a series I want to start some Let's Plays of. Because Dark Souls looks like it'll either go in hibernation or complete abandonation, because the cradle wants to move on. I can kind of tell that, and unless Bandai Namco really pressures it, I don't think he's going to do one for a while, if anytime soon. So I'd like to do some of the Kingsfield games, since it was kind of a spiritual evolution of it. So I'd like to play those. I did try a little of the PS1 one I got in too. Slow, so can we see one more time? Wait, you wanted to see the cover? You wanted to see your future waifus? There you go. It's pretty nice looking art. It's not bad looking. It might be a little young for you, Carter, though. It is made or published at least by Bandai Namco. They even have the little Easter egg logo on the back though. That's not something you usually see with those. But I don't know much about this. It says it's webcam scenes from the movie, so I guess it's an anime movie originally. I guess doesn't remind of that other game. Not sure what you mean. What other game? I don't know of any other game, but those are some recent pickups. But I'm very happy you're getting Kingsfield. That's a nice find, but that was from Aaron. I'd probably say out of excuse me. I'd say out of other things, I'm just happy to get Job Simulator and the Robinson game for reasonable prices. I've been playing the Job Simulator. I got 2 of the jobs done. It's a fun, goofy game, but definitely not worth the outrageous prices on eBay. It's an anime. Well, Valkyria Chronicles, very good series. Though I've heard very bad things about that spin-off on the PS4, though, which is a bit of a shame. It's a good thing, though, that we're still getting a new main series entry, which hopefully will have better standards, hopefully. Though one of my viewers actually liked that spin-off game. I don't know. To be fair, he kinda likes the ladies a certain way a little bit, just to be. So maybe it was that, but I don't personally know. I like a number of games that are notoriously hated, so I'm not one to judge. I did get that game brand new for like $8 off Amazon, so one day I'll probably try that too. I should do a series of Valkyria Chronicles. Now that Sega isn't being as trigger happy as they were in the past, hopefully I don't think there's any problem. People have actually been streaming Yakuza. Back when Dead Souls, I think that was called Yakuza Dead Souls, I actually put a video of that up on my channel. It was immediately flagged, but interestingly, it gave me a copyright strike. However, it gave me an interesting choice to delete the video, and it would get rid of my copyright strike. So obviously I did that, but I've never seen that before, to be given an option to delete the video to take the copyright strike away. That's very odd. So that's one reason I stayed far away from modern Sega games, and I never did a playthrough of the PS3 version of Valkyria Chronicles, which was something I really wanted to actually do, but I was so afraid Sega was going to basically destroy my channel if I did. So as far as I understand, Sega doesn't do that anymore, so that's something I've been thinking of taking a roll of the dice on, maybe. Or at least test out to see if they would strike it again. But as far as I know, nobody's had that problem since the great purge of Shining, as some people like to put. That was one of the worst incidents Sega had on YouTube, where they literally, videos like this, where somebody was just talking about the Shining series, were being hit by it. Because they wanted to make the newest trailer for, I think it was on the PSP, I think. It's like Shining Orc something. To not be confused with the Sega Sound game, I believe. But, yeah, they wanted to get that in the search results. And they even struck down Total Biscuit, actually. That's why Total Biscuit won't cover any Sega games. He swore he would never cover Sega games again unless they personally apologized to him. That's why he doesn't even do Sega stuff anymore. Because they struck, I think he said it was fucking 13 years old or something. Very old. And then all of a sudden they struck it. But, yeah. Though I'm interested to see what this game is. It has a very colorful look to it. Time to go for bid? Okay, well, thank you for joining, Carter. Maybe next time you want. I'm thinking of maybe revising that Matt Pet video. Maybe you could join me. Total Biscuit. Yeah, he got triggered over that whole meme thing. I know about that. Take it easy, Carter. Thanks for joining. Anyone got any questions or anything about anything here? I do have a video I made on Matt Pat's Persona Theory. I've been trying to get Carter to join me to do a rant about it, but apparently it makes Carter feel ill just looking at the first 5 seconds of it. So, that's probably not working out very well. I did a kind of thing of it by myself. I really would like to do it with someone. I think it'd be fun bouncing around how stupid the theory is off of someone versus just me talking about it. But I don't think it was that bad though, just me by myself. But I think it'd be more interesting to have someone else to rant with about. Have you seen it, Bill? That Matt Pat video on Persona 4? That it's very bad. It's very bad, very bad. So bad, Luigi cringes at it. You should check it out. Maybe you can join me for it since Carter keeps checking it out. It's very terrible. Well, I mean, I watch probably 80% of his videos on theories. Some of them okay. To be honest, I like a lot of his older stuff. His older stuff was way better than his newer shit. His newer shit has a really false shilly feel to it. It's obviously being fluffed up so they can put more ads in there and shit. And he just does all kinds of silly, goofy shit all the time. You know, I don't mind some of that here and there, but it just seems like he gets more and more fucking goofy shit versus just talking about the damn fucking point of the theory he's trying to get to. And then sometimes it takes like 5 minutes to get to the fucking point of the start of the damn theory. But I do like his older videos way more. But it's about like as bad as the Ace Attorney video. The Ace Attorney video was also incredibly bad and filled with inaccurate information. It really makes you wonder if he even played them. But that's something I'll save for the video. If I make the one I made public, or if I decide to do one with someone else. I'd like to do it with Dan, but Dan hasn't played Persona 4, so it would be all kinds of spoilers. Carter would be the only other person that would be really good. But if you would also want to do it, you could be good too, because you know a lot of Persona stuff too. But Dan doesn't have a lot of Persona stuff, so a lot of it would be pure spoilers for him, so it's kind of a shame now. But yeah, Carter's just... I linked him when it was new, and he like watched like a minute of it and told him, I can't even watch that. He does have people who work for him. What the exact things all of them do is unknown, but he has said he has a team of people who do things. It's... I don't know. Whether it was him, people who did research for him, or whatever, someone did a really bad job with that Persona video. Not much of a talker, but I'm not against doing it. I'll talk to you a bit later after the stream then, maybe. But, yes, that was very bad. The Phoenix White one is very terrible as well. There was a part where he claims Phoenix White stole evidence in the first case, which is inaccurate. He acknowledged it and noted it in his case file thing, but the evidence is left there, and Gumshoe finds it and even takes Mia into custody because of it. And he claims that Phoenix stole that evidence when it didn't even happen in the game. So it's like, did you literally even watch that entire scene? Did you just watch like a 30-second clip of that scene and just disavow the rest of it? It was very bad. It was that levels of bad. Like literal scenes. Like if you went to the scene he brings up and watched that whole scene in its entirety, the scene itself fucks with his theories in those two, in the Persona and the Ace Attorney. So those are both very bad. But yeah. So how are you liking doing a live version of showing off stuff? You think this is a way better? I think this is a much more interesting to be able to talk to people and show and interact and talk about the stuff I showed off. Update wise with what's going on the channel. I'm still trying to get a little time. My mom has been feeling bad lately, so it's been a little difficult to get time after work because I've been trying to help around with the house and stuff. I helped with a few chores after I did my stream today. But I'm still trying to see if I can maybe squeeze an hour after work on 1 or 2 days during the work week. But like I said, that's mainly going to probably be stuff like Dead by Daylight, Overwatch, Killing Floor, things that are quick and simple and not so devoted. Ooh, getting a little congested. You like it this way? Well, if people like it this way, I might do this more. Because a lot of my viewers do like watching these more than a lot of my other stuff. I guess a lot of people just get excited about stuff I find. The great tales of crawling through Goodwills, digging for stuff. And all this manga I got is a great example of why I say always take a good glance of everywhere. These were on the bottom shelf of the kiddie section. And like I said, you know, some people look, okay, comics, kids, and look at like old big box PC games, be like, okay, this must be a board game. No, it always worth taking a look, because you never know when somebody might not even realize what the fuck they're doing. And that can be beneficial to you. Isn't that right, Luigi? Wah! It is a shame I didn't get the package I was expecting today. It was going to have 4 limited 1 games. 2 of them are from this interesting RPG series, where the 2 games are actually from 2 different... Like, it's about 2 warring sides, but each game is the other... playing as the other side. So it's kind of an interesting aspect. What do you think of the whole nostalgia... Oh, yes, that's an excellent question. That is a big shitstorm. Be honest, it's not really surprising, considering even before the giant, insane SJW war on the internet began, you know, Channel Awesome was going downhill. There were always things going out, like the incident at the movie where somebody got hurt because they were being tied down backwards or some shit. I remember that travesty. I mean, there was already a number of things that have happened way before the great burning of the internet by SJWs and that. And it's really not really that shocking to me. What was really shocking to me was the second statement they made, which basically implicated one of the few people I still had any respect for. And it's really sad. I don't know if you heard about that. It's about Drew Wario. And that was really sad to even hear. And what's sad is that's most likely true because of different sources, and that's really sad. Because that was like the last person I had any respect for that had anything to do with Channel Awesome. I mean, Spoonie became a deranged lunatic. Angry Joe became basically Darkside Phil, except even more angry. If that's humanly possible. Ugh. Man. Of course, the Nostalgia Critic's just been a mess for quite a while. It's, you know, he's really been running out of material for stuff. The Nostalgic Chick became a crazy SJW. I never personally watched Todd's in the Shadow, but he's a jackass on Twitter. He blocked me way early into the great purging of the internet by SJWs. Oh, yes, Guru Larry, the survival of the Channel Awesome Hunger Games. Congratulations, Larry Bundy Jr. You're a champion. You're a winner. That's funny shit. Guru Larry just seems to be everywhere and know everything. The all-knowing wizard of YouTube. The winner of the Channel Awesome Hunger Games. That's fantastic. You know what's hilarious? To my understanding, Guru Larry left Channel Awesome like long fucking time ago, but for some reason Channel Awesome apparently left him on the website and nobody ever fucking removed him. Which is kind of ironic because when that chick with the goggles left, they left her stuff up for a while and then they took it off. So I was like, well, that's lovely. I actually liked that chick with the goggles. A shame that she stopped doing stuff, but what are you gonna do? She's kind of became a little bit SJW, not like absolutely insane, unreasonable, but she's gotten a little into that stuff. But she's a lot better than most people, at least. But yeah, like half the people for the website became lunatic SJWs, the other half became egotistic lunatics, and Drew Wario, who almost literally no one hated, is now being accused of being someone who was grooming underage girls, which is really, really sad. Because that was one of the last few people I had any real respect. And, of course, as we know, Drew Wario committed suicide, and, the internet was just literally falling apart on the review end of YouTube. I don't know a single person who did not feel fucking sad because Drew Wario committed suicide. It was heartbreaking. It's so sad to hear that he might have been grooming young little girls in sexual ways. That's really sad. I really, really don't want to believe it, but there's several people conforming things, and it's really heartbreaking, to be honest. It really is. I love the Drew Wario's videos and stuff. He was such a nice guy. He would literally talk to like anyone. He wasn't a stuck-up fuckhead who's like too good to respond to you. He would respond to literally practically everyone. So it's just really sad. Oh, that's a real shame. He did really good videos on Japanese games. Really good videos. So it's just really heartbreaking to hear, to be honest. It really is. It's like the only thing I'm sad about related to all this. I really hope it's not true. To be quite honest, the odds are we'll never really know probably. His wife, after he committed suicide, has literally dropped off the internet. No one has ever really publicly seen anything from her. And the sad thing is, it's very possible he committed suicide related to this, possibly, if this is true. So technically, it's possible his wife might actually know whether this is true or not. But the odds are she'll never probably ever comment on it in any public sense. I mean, even if it's not true, the fact that he committed suicide is heartbreaking enough. But if he was also doing this shit and then committed suicide, I don't know. I feel really bad for either way. I don't know if I could live with knowing that. It's just really sad. Really sad. Sorry. It's just, I used to have a lot of people I admired on YouTube, and Drew Wario was like one of the last few people I looked up to. Spooty used to be like a big person who inspired me to do stuff like this. He became he's a lunatic now. I mean, he got banned off YouTube because essentially he threatened that he was going to gun people down. That's depressing, man. Somebody you used to look up to, just like, oh, I'm, the medication shits, they won't give me medication for my depression shit, so maybe I should shoot people down or something. So depressing. And I haven't seen anything Angry Joe's done in ages. Pixie used to be a big fan of Angry Joe, but just like a lot of people, he got sick of his ego and lack of being able to take criticism. So, it's a shame. It's really shame, but I'm not really surprised about most of the other people. Stuff like not getting payments out, being a bunch of assholes and stuff. That stuff's not really surprising. A lot of that's leaked out over the years. It's just, now it's, all piled up into a giant thing that everyone threw out of proportions. And, yeah, Channel Awesome's pretty much fucked. It's gone. So, I don't think Doug Walker will ever really get that much anymore either. I mean, even though Doug Walker isn't the owner of Channel Awesome, that, what's his name? Mike Mattel or something, I think? Something like that, I believe. But, Doug Walker was like the face, iconic symbol of Channel Awesome. So, yeah, I don't I don't really see him being able to go anywhere much at this point. He might be able to keep going doing stuff. I mean, look at DSP. He got whales that keep paying him to go. People are amazed he's still going. People for like the last 5 years kept saying each year, this will be the last year for DSP. This will be the last year for DSP. He's still going, so there might be hope for him. But yeah, the website Channel Awesome itself, it's sunk. I don't think there's any way it's going to recover from any of this. I think it's just completely gone. Anyway, what's going on lately? I'm still going to Persona 5 and Wega Giant. Now, some stuff I haven't done in a while, like Final Fantasy VII and Shining in the Darkness. I do want to get some of those going again, and I plan on working on my entertainment stand. Now that I got everything unpacked and I got all my shelves set up, I got pretty much a lot of space made up, and I got to reorganize my entertainment stand and get the PS3 installed, and I can add Final Fantasy VII and Arc the Lad back into the rotation. Doug and his brother are apparently suing Mike whatever for. Really? Well, as far as I understand, the Mike guy owns the website, so I guess they're suing as workers, but I don't know what they could really do. Maybe he's going to sue for damages. I mean, like I said, Doug Walker's face was like the little icon of Channel Awesome. So, I don't know what he's going to do though. He's going to probably always be associated with Channel Awesome for a very long time, if anything. So I don't know what he's going to do there. So, but yeah, I want to try and get my PS3. Get a spot for my PS3 and get everything evenly set up, because I got like stacks of crap there. I got some VHSs sitting in the corner of the entertainment stand there, so I need to get this rearranged and cleaned up a lot more, and hopefully I'm hoping to be able to get the PS3 things back into rotation. Now, I'm thinking of trying to add some shorter games. I've been doing some shorter indie games a lot of times. I get those done really quick because they're usually short. It's RPGs like Persona take a really long time. I mean, when I did Persona 4 on the PlayStation 2, I think it took almost that entire year to go through that, and that was over 100 episodes, if I remember correctly, or almost 100 episodes. I can't remember exactly, but I think I played like the entire year, so that took a long time. But yeah. So I'm thinking of trying to maybe add a shorter game or something. So I would like a little feedback. Would you be interested in me? Because I still need to do Persona 4 Ultimate Climax on the PS3. But that will probably actually be a very lengthy story, because I was shocked how fucking long Arena was. Like, I'm shocked the story was even half the length it was. So, I mean, it was even more fucking lengthier than Dancing All Night was. It was probably like 3 times longer than Dancing All Night storyline, which is just baffling crazy. I'm basically thinking of doing a fighting game. Fighting games usually ain't too long. Another one I've been thinking of is there's the newest Dissidia, the newest Final Fantasy Dissidia fighting game. I've never played either of the 2 PSP games, and I do have a PSP emulator that kind of helped me understand how to use that and gave me a reliable place to get PSP games. So I've been thinking about maybe starting Final Fantasy Dissidia 1 on the PSP emulator, because PlayStation, when I did direct capture with my PSP, it looked horrible on the Roxio. Now I haven't tested it on the Elgato, but I would assume I would still have to zoom in, so it would probably still look ugly. So I think for the most part I would probably want to do the emulator way for PSP stuff, but I don't really want to add any more RPGs at the moment. I got lots of RPGs going at the moment, so I'm thinking of maybe doing a fighting game, or maybe maybe a visual novel kind of game, but I don't think a visual novel would be too interesting. But I do have some other visual novel stuff that to play, but I don't know if it would be that interesting because I don't really do a lot of the weed voice acting kind of thing that a lot of people usually do when they play visual novel things. So I don't really do that. It doesn't work out with me. I don't really have a very great voice for these kind of things. Maybe if I got Lumina to do it, that might work. It's like, here's manga, Lumina. Do it. Play button. No. Isn't that a fucking anime? Don't tell me that has a game. I'm just sitting here looking at the chat. Tell me that doesn't have a game. That doesn't have a game, right? Please tell me that doesn't have a game. No. Just tweet Sage. I'm sure he'll delightfully cover it. That's right up Sage's persona's kit with what's that persona he has that's like a sleazy guy. I can't remember that guy's name. Ask him to do it. That's right up his alley. Perfect for him. Go do that. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect for him. Also, I don't know if you have specifically watched any of the VR stuff, but people who watch this in the future on the actual main channel when it's uploaded. I also would like feedback on any of the VR games I've been playing. I'm trying to find a good setup to have my mic in. That Bandai Namco one where you're the tutor in Job Simulator, I did not use my mic because it's hard to kind of have it without whacking the fucking thing, especially in Job Simulator because you have to actually do a lot of turning around and stuff, so it would be really easy to smack that. So it's a little tricky to get the mic for some. I think I'll be able to do the mic for the tutor one now with how my room's arranged. I think that will work well with that. I have been doing it with Star Trek VR, which has been hilarious to me. I hope some people have been enjoying those. Some of those captains are fucking hilarious. I had this recent one. It's not public yet, but we made all kinds of jokes about the queue. It was funny to me. I thought it was funny. Try to have a lot of fun in that. I think it's humorous. I would love to hear if people want to see more of the Star Trek VR. I find a lot of fun in that. It's been a while since I played Werewolves Within. Have anyone been really enjoying that one too? I wouldn't mind doing more videos on that too. I really enjoy the Werewolves Within just for the same reason. The different personalities clashing, it's just hilarious. So, but the VR games have just mainly been a side thing. I haven't streamed them since that. What was that? I think I did Doom VR. I tried Doom VR on stream. So, and I have that. What is it? Fall Point. I think it's called Fall Point. I need to still try that. It's a multiplayer VR game, so I need to try that, see if that's any good at that. And then there's that Bravo one that came out recently. I'm trying to get Dan to see if he'll get that so we can play that together. So Matt also wants to do what is it called? A Way Out? So it's where you're those two prisoners playing co-op to escape. Looks very interesting. Matt has offered to actually play that with me, so I'm thinking of getting that and going to do a playthrough of that with him. That probably won't be too long. That's a $29.99 game. I would be surprised if that's a really long game. If it is, then that's a really good price. I've heard very positive things about, especially considering EA published it. So, and if I remember quickly, at the Game of the Year awards, the guy behind it actually even bashed fucking EA, which is just absolutely hilarious. Funny shit. Let's see. Anything? If anyone's wondering about the cave story thing, that's going to have to wait until next time Aaron comes over about Cave Story. But I thought that was going pretty good. A number of people were enjoying that, so hopefully next time Aaron comes over, we can beat that. But, you know, it's only going to get harder, so that's going to be really iffy. Besides that, work has so far been normal with no overtime so far. It's been normal, but they are telling us that we're supposedly going to be working more overtime next 2 months, so it's... I'm hoping not, though, because we did have a roundtable meeting on Thursday, which is an opportunity for us to talk to the higher up, and they did show the schedule that was before April. They made it before April, and they were expecting a lot of overtime. And apparently, they were really disappointed that the temperatures have been very cool. Our business runs on it being hot, so they're kind of like, so hopefully it remains with 40 hours. I want to be 40 hours. I don't. I'm sure everyone knows how much I hate overtime. I mean, look at all the stuff I buy. It's not like I need more money. So... I mean, right now I'm trying to help my parents pay for their house while being able to buy stuff. So, you know, I'm not in a bad predicament or anything. But besides that, if anyone has any suggestions for fighting games they would be interested in seeing me do, I'm thinking of doing Final Fantasy Dissidia. I would like to hear if people would be interested in that. Oh, and Final Fantasy Tactics. That's something some people have asked me about. Why did I stop doing Final Fantasy Tactics? Just invent a giant healer. Well... well, you see, my company makes pumps that are for, like, giant cooling units. That's why they rely on the heat... because they cool the people down. So when it's cool, then people don't want stuff to cool them, so, you know, business drops. So that's why they want it to be really hot, so it picks up business. But Final Fantasy Tactics, the reason I dropped that is because it just looked awful. The PSP version is a pretty poor-looking port, even though it has new content. But... it just recording on the Voxio looked awful, so I would probably restart it in emulation form, probably. So that's probably what I'll do down the road with that. But like I said, I'm doing a lot of RPGs right now, so that's probably going to be a backburner kind of thing. Drakengard 2, something that I haven't gone back to in a while either. I've been grinding in Drakengard 2, got some level ups, got some extra weapons, so I'm hoping to get some more of that done so I can get that out of the way. And I do want to do more Neo Automata. I'm doing so much stuff right now, but I think it's a little better than when I was just trying to really hardcore stick to one thing now. Giant healer point at the Earth would threaten people to buy all your stuff. Win-win, yeah. I don't think they'll work like that. Plus, I don't want the fucking overtime. No. My coworker that I have to work with, she loves overtime because she has no life. No life at all. Her having a conversation with someone's like, it was too cold outside. I couldn't take my dog to walk. That's her most interesting topics. So, very boring person to work with, sadly. It's not that she's an awful person. She's just very boring and really seems to not really do anything in life. So, yeah. But she loves overtime, as crazy as that is, so... invent a giant air conditioner. But technically, their commercial products go in places like giant business buildings, Walmart, stuff like that. So, we kind of do make giant... hell, some of our products are even used for giant freezers. anime waifu games. Hey. I play a lot of interesting games. I'm pretty sure all my games are way more interesting of telling you, making a video saying, oh, it's so cold, I couldn't take Fido out for a walk. Because I bet YouTube's just dying to know that information, ain't they? I don't know. I'm just saying, to me, that seems like a kind of a boring topic subject. At least not with something leading into it. I mean, something it coming from, not just that as the starting topic. So, I don't know. I'm trying to find out if the Switch version of Little Nightmare also... It's supposed to have the DLC, but I don't know if it's physically on the cartridge or if it's going to be a download. Because if it's physically on the cartridge, I think I'm going to buy the Switch version for the DLC and play the Little Nightmare DLC that way. You're very interested in hearing this dog. Well, I'll point her to your YouTube channel, and you two can talk about a lot about her dog then if you want. But, yeah, I have not gotten to find out whether the Little Nightmare DLC is on the Switch cartridge or not. So, if it is, then I'll definitely get that and play the DLC. And if it's not, I will probably buy the PS4 DLC. So, that's probably what I will do with that. Let's see. So, anything else I need to bring up? I don't think there's anything else in particular. I think that covers about anything, unless anyone has any questions about anything. Questions, questions. And, I wish Agenda was online. That was fun with Alan. Didn't get the true ending, though. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in particular. You know, I need to do another DS series, too. Once I get some of these RPGs being up, I need to pick another DS RPG. Anyway, if people watching this have any ideas for anything fighting game-wise they'd be interested in me playing, feel free to leave a comment down below. I think that would be something that would be super long. At least as long as it's not Ultimate Climax. I do want to play Ultimate Climax, but I would imagine it's going to be really lengthy like Arena was. So that probably would be countering to wanting to add something slightly short. But, yeah. So, I think that's about it. Unless somebody has questions, not looking like it. Nobody's throwing out anything now, so I think we're going to wind down here. So, I think I got a few nice, lovely pickups. I'm always happy to find some manga at the Goodwill. I always like it because usually you get for 50 cents because, you know, they're just like comics. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything interesting in the 4-part Dot Hack novels that isn't in the games themselves. I don't know. It could be an interesting opportunity to have some outer game story, since you never really see when they log out or anything like that, so that could be an opportunity for that, but I don't know if they do any of that in that, so I might have to look into that. I take that to welcome we to that. Someone did actually ask me something. I was playing DS games back when I started my new position. I was playing DS games on a DS Lite, and I did Touch Detective. And somebody asked me, there hasn't been anything DS-wise after that. I was playing one of the Dragon Ball Z card games that was on the DS. I got really far. I got into the Android Saga, and it got insanely grindy, like really fucking grindy. So I actually just stopped playing it because it was getting ridiculous. It was very boring, slogging, repetitive, and boring at that point. So. Which is a really shame because it starts out very interesting. So right now I've been playing, what was it called? Dungeon Digger or something? It was published by Atlas. Was it Dungeon Digger? It's Dungeon something. You play as a kid with no job, and he finds a magic shovel and gets the job to dig a dungeon so they can eliminate monsters, just like the anime. Just like that. To be fair, I'm a bigger fan of the original Dragon Ball. I think it's a lot better paced. I think the big problem with Dragon Ball Z is they added so much filler, because you gotta understand its development was following the manga. Usually, here's how anime usually works. Manga is made. Manga is very popular. Manga sells very big. So anime adaptation of the manga happens. But the problem was Dragon Ball Z's anime was following the manga. So it kept catching up, so they made so much filler. Because they didn't have it... it's like, I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. We need to figure out a way to delay, like, 4 episodes or something. So, that's why Dragon Ball Z's episodes are very poorly paced in a lot of places. But, yeah, the card game on the DS, I liked it for probably the first half, but once you get to the Android Saga, it gets really fucking grindy. You have to level up to do decent damage to enemies in a card game, and it's ridiculous. It's a really shame, because I was really liking it basically up to the end of the Frieza Saga, and that's where it started getting bad. It started getting real bad at the end of the Frieza Saga in the game. But the dungeon game I'm playing, you basically keep making floors of a dungeon. You have to design them a certain way to lure a boss monster, kill the boss, go back to the town west, buy new rooms, and build another floor to lure the next boss monster. The story seems very second thought. It's very silly. The mayor just wants to make a tourist attraction trap to get money for the town, and they keep making trouble for everything. A lot of the long-running shonen animes like that. I could see that happening in some anime, but as far as I know, Dragon Ball Z is the only one like that that I know of. That I know of personally. I could see probably Bleach probably being in that same position. Probably that's probably why I don't like the anime very much in Bleach. And everyone's like, "Oh, your taste in anime is terrible." Then, So, yeah. But, what was I saying now? Crap, I lost my train of thought. The dungeon game. So, the dungeon game's kind of interesting, but it's kind of only fun for short bursts, so it kind of works out playing it during breaks at work. I don't know how close I am to the end, but the odds are that's probably going to be the next DS review I do. Because I keep playing it, and I haven't got to its, like, I don't want to play it anymore. I wouldn't want to play it in long bursts, though. It's kind of good for 30 minutes here and there. Ooh, One Piece is like that? Ooh, that's a bit of a shame. I've never really noticed it too bad with One Piece, though. Ugh, that full kid dub, though. But then again, when, Funimation got, it was weird hearing, wasn't Zoro, like, voiced by Piccolo in the Funimation? Or was it Vegeta? I think it was Piccolo. It's like, it's really weird hearing these Dragon Ball Z characters now in One Piece. It's just like, ugh. But who knows what the hell 4Kids would have done if they kept dubbing the series. They kept doing really stupid changes. Changing guns to punching glove guns and lollipops. Silks and the lollipops. They really actually changed a guy from an African American to a pale white guy. Now, I think it had something to do with, like, wanting to avoid the, like, Mr. Popo Jinx kind of shit. But still, that's kind of fucked up in my opinion. But yeah. Okay, well, I think that's about everything. Nobody really had any questions or anything. And I think they covered lately some things people have asked. Sorry if I've been very shifty. I'm just peeking at the chat because it's just a little oval. So that's in case, you know, because I don't usually do that. Anyway, I don't think anyone else has anything else. If you do, when the video's uploading there, feel free to just leave a comment down that video. Thank you for watching. Praise the sun. And I hope a lot of you get the Dark Souls remaster if you never played Dark Souls. That's going to be fun. I don't know if I'm going to get it at launch. I told Dan that, so I'm kind of... But anyway, hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And I'll see you next time on another stream of that. So, peace out.